Welcome to the explainer. Every single time you ask an AI to write an email for you or create some amazing image, you're plugging into this hidden physical machine that literally wraps around the globe. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the real environmental price of that click and ask a really important question. Are we making a fair deal with planet Earth? So when you think of AI, what do you picture? For most of us, it's something kind of weightless, right? Just lines of code floating around invisibly in the cloud. But is that really the whole story? Oh, not even close. The truth, the reality of it, is that AI actually lives inside massive physical data centers. And these data centers have a very real and, frankly, a rapidly growing environmental footprint. This isn't some immaterial bit of code. It's a physical system, and its impact is getting pretty much impossible to ignore. Yeah, even the UN Environment Program has been flagging this. Every single prompt you type, every image it generates for you, it's all drawing power from this incredible system. We're talking about the electricity it gobbles up, the huge amounts of water it needs just to stay cool. Every single interaction you have with an AI has a real physical cost. Okay, so let's dive into just how this hidden burden has ballooned, and maybe more importantly, where it's headed, because it's moving at an incredible speed. This timeline really tells a story. Just yesterday, we kind of thought of AI's environmental impact as this low-level background hum. But today, it's a major driver of new electricity demand, period. And tomorrow? Well, as we start moving into video and these always-on AI assistants, that hum is becoming a roar. And get this, by 2030, the International Energy Agency is projecting that data centers will be consuming 945 terawatt-hours of electricity. And that's largely driven by AI. To give you some perspective on that number, that's more electricity than entire countries like Brazil or Germany use in a whole year. All of a sudden, that tomorrow on our timeline feels like it's right around the corner, doesn't it? So this environmental cost, it's really coming from two different directions. You've got the constant, steady drain from our billions of daily AI interactions, but then you also have these massive energy spikes. We're talking huge, concentrated bursts of power that are needed to train the next generation of AI. So we have to figure out how to manage both, the daily demand and these colossal training events. So how in the world do we manage this growing burden? I know it might seem a little overwhelming, but there is a path forward. It's a clear, really actionable framework we're calling the balanced R3 model. And the order here is absolutely critical. I mean, think about it. You wouldn't leave a tap running and just start mopping the floor, right? You'd turn off the tap first. And that's exactly why we have to start with reduction. We can't just offset our way out of a problem that we could have avoided in the first place. Okay, so let's start with the most powerful step, reduce. This is all about preventing waste before it even happens. And it can be simple things like using a smaller, more efficient AI model when you don't really need a giant one, or just designing apps so they don't have processes needlessly running in the background. This is, by far, the cleanest lever we can pull because it just avoids using those resources entirely. Next up is redesign, and this is where innovation really gets to shine. It's about creating more efficient chips and software for sure, but it's also about building smarter infrastructure. This means things like water-aware facility siting, which is just a fancy way of saying, hey, let's not build these incredibly thirsty data centers in the middle of a place that's already in a drought. It's about redesigning the whole system to do more with less. And check this out. This shows that redesign isn't just some theory. It can lead to these enormous, real-world efficiency gains. A 33-fold reduction in energy for the exact same task, that's a monumental leap. It proves what's possible when we actually make efficiency a priority. And finally, only after we've done our best to reduce and redesign do we focus on restore. This is where we responsibly address the footprint that we couldn't avoid by investing in things like clean energy, water replenishment, and recycling. It's absolutely essential, but it has to be the last resort, not the first excuse. So, what does it really mean to put this all together? What does it truly mean to play fair with Mother Earth while we're building this brand new AI-powered world? Well, it means a fundamental shift in our mindset. It's not about consuming like crazy and then, planting a few trees to feel better about it. A truly fair system is built on a deep commitment to minimizing its impact from the very beginning, at every single stage of its design and its use. This, right here, is the core message for every leader, every developer, and every one of us who uses this technology. Every single AI policy and innovation plan, it has to be judged now by its Earth balance sheet. It's just not optional anymore. So what do we do right now? We need global standards, and this is basically the blueprint. Mandatory, honest reporting on energy and water use, regulations that put efficiency first and actually reward smarter design, and just simple demand discipline, using the right-sized AI for the right task. This is how we put responsibility into actual practice.
I mean, this one principle just beautifully summarizes the entire balanced approach we've been talking about. It's a hierarchy of responsibility, and it puts protecting the planet first.
So the takeaway here is crystal clear. As we build this incredible AI-powered future, the responsibility is on all of us, the creators and the users, to make sure that this innovation doesn't come at an unfair cost. It's time we become mindful with every single use of AI and commit to building a future that isn't just intelligent but is also wise. That right there is our commitment to Mother Earth.